Listen carefully, because this is not just a speech, it's a wake-up call. There are people out there right now, right this second, who are living your dream, driving the car you want, living in the house you want, building the body you want, enjoying the life you want. And you're sitting there, scrolling, watching, thinking about someday. Someday, really, how many more years are you going to waste? How many mornings are you going to open your eyes, sigh, and just drift through life like a passenger instead of grabbing the wheel? The truth is brutal, but it's real. Nobody cares how tired you are. Nobody cares how many times you failed. Nobody cares how unfair life feels. The world is indifferent. Life isn't waiting for you. The clock is ticking, and every second you're not moving forward, somebody else is. You have two choices: keep lying down and waiting for miracles, or get up and give a shit. Stop thinking the world owes you something. Nobody's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not the government. The cavalry isn't coming. If you're broke, lonely, stuck, depressed, angry, it's on you, and that's not a curse. That's the best news you'll ever hear. Because if it's on you, then you're the one with the power to change it. You've got to stop living like your life is on discount. Stop treating your own existence like it doesn't matter. It does. You've got potential burning inside you, but potential means nothing if it stays locked up. Nobody remembers what could have been. They only remember what you did. Let me tell you something about pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Pain is proof you're still alive. But what do most people do? They hide from it. They numb it. They scroll, drink, binge, distract, run away. You think you're escaping pain, but what you're really doing is planting seeds for regret. And regret grows into something far worse than pain. Regret eats your soul. You don't want to be 40, 50, 60 years old, looking back, realizing you wasted your best years because you didn't give a shit when it mattered. Because right now it matters. Today matters. Not tomorrow, not Monday, not January 1st. Now, get up and look at yourself in the mirror. Be honest. Who are you? Who have you become? Are you proud of that person? If the answer is no good, that's your fire. That's your fuel. Don't hide from it. Own it. Use it. Let's talk about discipline. Everyone wants motivation. Everyone wants to feel hyped up. But motivation is like a sugar rush. It fades. Discipline is the engine that keeps going even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when your body screams no. Discipline is what makes you put in the reps even when nobody's watching. Discipline is the ultimate self-respect. Because when you do what you said you'd do, when you keep promises to yourself, that's when you start building real power. You want to change your life. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Start small. Wake up earlier, hit the gym, read a book instead of scrolling, work on your craft for an hour instead of wasting it on nonsense. Stack those hours, stack those days, and watch how momentum builds. That's how transformation happens, not in one big leap, but in relentless daily steps. But here's the catch: you have to give a shit. You can't do it halfway. You can't dip your toes in and expect to swim. You can't say you want success, but then sleep 10 hours, complain about your life, and spend the evening drowning in entertainment. Success is not an accident. It's not luck. It's built, brick by brick, sacrifice by sacrifice, hour by hour. The world doesn't hand out trophies for trying. You either win or you don't. You either build or you rot. You either rise or you sink. And every day you choose which one it's going to be. Don't fool yourself with excuses. Excuses feel good in the moment, but they rot your future. You say you don't have time. You do. You say you don't have money, then hustle, learn, adapt, build. You say you're tired. Of course your life is exhausting when you're broke, out of shape, and unfulfilled. But exhaustion is not a reason to quit. It's a reason to push harder. Nobody ever built a legacy from comfort. Nobody became great by doing what was easy. Greatness demands pain, sacrifice, effort, obsession. You have to be willing to bleed for it, to sweat for it, to suffer for it. That's the price of greatness, and if you're not willing to pay it, that's fine. Just admit you don't really want it, but if you do want it, if something inside you is screaming for more, if you're sick of being stuck, broke, ignored, invisible, then it's time to flip the switch. Time to wake up every single day with fire in your chest. Time to demand more of yourself than anyone else ever could. Understand this: the world respects results. Not excuses, not someday, and not dreams. Results. People follow results. Opportunities flow to results. Respect is earned by results. You want the respect of others, earn it. You want freedom, earn it. You want money, health, strength, influence, love, power, earn it. And you can, but you have to get up. You have to give a shit. Stop living like life is happening to you. Life is happening for you. Every obstacle is a test. Every hardship is training. Every failure is feedback. The universe isn't punishing you, it's shaping you, but only if you're awake enough to see it. Only if you stop sulking and start fighting. Do you understand how short life is? You think you've got time. You don't. Years vanish in a blink. The clock never stops. Every minute wasted is gone forever. Every day you choose laziness over effort, weakness over strength, comfort over growth. You're digging your own grave. But here's the beauty. The opposite is also true. Every rep you push, every hour you grind, every choice to grow instead of rot. You're building your empire. You're stacking bricks. You're shaping your destiny. That's real freedom. That's real life. I want you to imagine something. Imagine your future self walks into the room right now, 10 years from now, the version of you who either gave a shit or didn't. Which one do you see? Do you see a man or woman who's strong, successful, respected, living with power, with freedom, with pride? Or do you see a broken shell out of shape, bitter, broke, regretful, invisible? The choice is yours. Every day you're casting votes for the person you'll become. And one day you will stand face to face with that person. Don't let it be someone you despise. This isn't about being perfect. You will fall. You will fail. You will mess up. But failure is not the end. Failure is the forge. Failure is where strength is born. The only real failure is quitting. The only real defeat is refusing to get up. So when life knocks you down, and it will, don't stay down. Get up. Again and again and again. Let the world throw its worst at you. Smile. Take the hit. Then rise. Because nothing can stop a person who refuses to quit. Nothing can break someone who always gets up one more time than they fall. So here's the deal. From this moment forward, your life is in your hands. You can waste it, or you can build it. You can ignore it. Or you can give a shit, but don't lie to yourself. Don't say you want greatness if your actions scream laziness. Don't say you want freedom if you're a slave to your excuses. Don't say you want respect if you're not willing to do the work. Greatness is not complicated. It's simple, hard but simple. Get up early, work hard, train your body, train your mind, cut out weakness, build skills, create value, be relentless, be disciplined, be obsessed. Day after day after day. Do that and your life will transform. Do that and you'll become unstoppable. But you've got to give a shit. You've got to wake up every morning with urgency, like the world is on fire and you're running out of time, because you are. So I'll leave you with this. Stop waiting, stop whining, stop wishing, get up, stand tall, look life in the eye and say, I'm here, I'm ready, I will fight, I will rise, I will win, because the world doesn't belong to the weak. It doesn't belong to the lazy. It doesn't belong to the ones who don't care. It belongs to those who get up and give a shit. Life doesn't whisper to you politely. It screams in your face when you're wasting it. A wake-up call is never gentle. It shakes you, rattles you, and forces you to face the truth you've been avoiding. You know exactly what I mean. The moment you realize your life is stuck on repeat, every day blending into the next, and deep down you're not proud of who you've become. That's the wake-up call, and it's the most important gift life will ever hand you. Some people ignore it. They hit snooze on their soul and drift back into comfort. But the ones who listen, the ones who truly wake up, they change everything. They refuse to go back to sleep. The problem is too many people keep lying to themselves. They act like they'll fix their life tomorrow or when things calm down. But tomorrow never comes. The wake-up call is now. You have to feel the urgency that your time is running out, because it is. Every second you waste is gone forever. You can replace money, you can rebuild relationships, but you will never get back wasted time. A true wake-up call slaps you with that reality until you can't ignore it anymore. It makes you ask the hard questions. Who am I? What have I done with my life? Am I proud of where I'm headed? And if those answers hurt, good. That pain is the alarm ringing inside your soul. Don't cover it up. Don't numb it. Don't hide from it. Embrace it, because it means you're alive enough to still change. The wake-up call is not there to punish you. It's there to awaken you, to remind you that you are not a tree. You are not stuck where you are. You can move, you can grow, you can become, but you must answer the call. You must get up, take control, and finally give a damn about the life you're building. That's the moment everything shifts. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fire that never dies. Motivation comes and goes. It's a feeling, a mood, a rush of energy that excites you for a short while. You watch a video, hear a powerful story, or get a sudden idea, and for a few minutes, maybe even a day, you feel unstoppable. But the truth is, that feeling fades. It always fades. And that's why most people never achieve what they claim they want. Because they rely on motivation, waiting for the perfect surge of energy to push them forward. The successful ones, the relentless ones, they don't wait to feel ready. They build discipline. Discipline is doing what you said you would do, long after the mood you set it in has disappeared. Discipline is dragging yourself out of bed when you'd rather stay comfortable under the covers. Discipline is going to the gym when your body screams no. Discipline is putting in the work every single day, especially on the days you don't want to. That's where strength is forged. Anyone can work hard when they're motivated, but champions work hard when they feel nothing. That's the difference. Motivation is external, discipline is internal. Motivation might get you started, but it's discipline that keeps you going when the excitement is gone. If you rely on motivation, your life will always be inconsistent, a roller coaster of highs and lows, bursts of effort followed by weeks of laziness. But if you build discipline, your life becomes steady progress, brick after brick, day after day, no matter how you feel. That's how empires are built. The truth is, discipline is a form of self-respect. When you are disciplined, you prove to yourself that your word matters. You prove that your promises aren't empty. You prove that you are stronger than your excuses, stronger than your emotions, stronger than comfort. And that kind of power changes everything. Because once you master yourself, nothing outside of you can control you. If you want freedom, build discipline. If you want success, build discipline. If you want respect, strength, wealth, confidence, it all starts with discipline. Don't chase the temporary high of motivation. It will betray you. Build the iron backbone of discipline, and you'll be unstoppable. Discipline doesn't care about your feelings. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired, sad, or unmotivated. Discipline is about choice. Every day you choose whether you'll be a slave to your moods or a master of your destiny. Choose wisely. Greatness is not free. It has never been free, and it will never be free. Every person you admire, every champion, every legend you look up to, they all paid a price. And the truth is, most people are not willing to pay it. They want the glory without the grind, the reward without the sacrifice, the success without the suffering, but life doesn't work like that. Greatness demands everything. It will take your sleep, your comfort, your free time, your excuses, and it will test whether you're willing to give it up. That is the price. When you see someone standing at the top, don't just see the victory, see the scars. See the lonely nights when they worked while the world slept. See the mornings when they dragged themselves out of bed, exhausted but refused to quit. See the pain in their muscles, the sweat on their forehead, the hunger in their stomach, the tears in their eyes. Greatness hides behind suffering, and only the few who endure it ever get to see it. The question is not whether greatness exists. It does. The question is whether you will pay the toll. Most people back away the moment things get hard. The second it hurts, the second it demands too much, they quit. And that's why they stay average. That's why they never taste greatness, because they're addicted to comfort. But comfort is the enemy. Comfort whispers lies that everything is fine, that you don't need to push harder, that you can do it tomorrow. Comfort kills dreams slowly, quietly, while you sit there thinking you have time. Greatness, on the other hand, screams at you. It demands discipline, sacrifice, and relentless effort, and it doesn't apologize for it. If you want greatness, you must be willing to lose friends who don't understand your grind. You must be willing to turn down parties, skip distractions, and walk alone. You must be willing to sweat while others sleep, to study while others waste time, to work while others make excuses. You will feel pain, you will feel doubt, you will feel lonely. But if you endure, you will also feel something most people never do: the pride of victory, the freedom of success, the respect that can't be bought. The price of greatness is heavy, but the reward is priceless. The moment you taste it, every sacrifice will make sense. Every hour you gave, every tear you shed, every comfort you abandoned will feel worth it. Because greatness is not just about winning, it's about becoming. It's about transforming into the strongest, sharpest, most relentless version of yourself. That's the real prize. So don't fear the price. Pay it, bleed for it, sacrifice for it. Because at the end of the road, greatness will ask one question: did you give enough? And if your answer is yes, then you'll stand on top of the world with no regrets, knowing you earned every inch of it. One day, you will meet the person you could have become. That meeting is inevitable. Whether it happens in your mind when you lie awake at night, or at the end of your life when there's no more time left, you will face your future self. And in that moment, there will be no hiding, no excuses, no one else to blame. It will just be you standing across from the version of yourself that either gave everything or wasted everything. That vision should terrify you, and it should drive you. Imagine walking into a room and seeing the stronger, sharper, wealthier, more disciplined, more respected version of you. Imagine the person who refused to quit, who fought through pain, who didn't care about opinions, who got up early and stayed up late building, grinding, and creating. That person exists. They are waiting for you on the other side of sacrifice. And then imagine the opposite, the weaker version of you, the one who gave in to excuses, who hit snooze, who spent years scrolling, drinking, wasting time, blaming others. Imagine looking into their eyes and realizing that's who you chose to become. That's the nightmare. Every decision you make today is shaping which version you will meet. Every time you train your body, sharpen your mind, and discipline your habits, you're voting for the stronger version. Every time you slack, procrastinate, and avoid responsibility, you're voting for the weaker version. Life doesn't lie. The future self you meet will be the exact result of the choices you make right now. People talk about fearing failure, but the real fear should be regret. Regret is standing face to face with the person you could have been and knowing you'll never be them. That pain is permanent, and it's avoidable only if you fight for the future now. Don't wait until you're older to realize you wasted your prime years. Don't wait until your health is gone, your energy is drained, and your opportunities are scarce. Start building the future you today. Face your future self every morning when you wake up. Ask yourself, am I making him proud? Am I making her stronger? Am I building someone I want to be? Let that vision be your fuel. Let it haunt you until you take action. Because if you don't, life will choose for you, and you won't like who shows up. Your future self is watching. They're waiting. They're begging you not to quit. They're begging you to rise, to fight, to work, to give a damn about where you're heading. You have one life, one shot, and one day you will stand across from yourself. Make sure when that day comes you can smile, shake their hand, and say, I made you proud. Get up and give a shit. That's the raw truth you've been avoiding. Too many people are sleepwalking through life, moving from one day to the next like passengers, waiting for some miracle to save them. They complain about their problems, they whine about their situation, but deep down they know they haven't even tried to fight. They don't get up and they don't care enough, and that's why they're stuck. Life doesn't reward the passive. Life doesn't respect the lazy. Life bends for the people who stand up, take responsibility, and actually give a damn about the direction they're going. Every single day you wake up is an opportunity, but if you waste it, it's gone forever. You don't get those hours back. You don't get to rewind. The clock is ruthless, and it doesn't stop for anyone. If you want change, you have to wake up with urgency. You have to move with purpose. You have to care enough about your future to put in the work today. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody is coming to rescue you. The only person who can save you is you, but that only happens when you finally decide to stop living like a victim and start living like a warrior. Getting up is the first step, but giving a shit is the fuel that keeps you going. It means you take pride in your actions. It means you push even when nobody is watching. It means you fight for your dreams with intensity because you know no one else will hand them to you. Giving a shit is about self-respect. It's about refusing to waste your own life. When you give a shit, you stop tolerating weakness in yourself. You stop making excuses. You stop lying to yourself, and you start moving forward with focus, discipline, and fire. The truth is, most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they don't care enough. They don't care enough to work when it hurts. They don't care enough to sacrifice when it's inconvenient. They don't care enough to keep going after being knocked down. If you want a life worth living, you have to care so much that quitting becomes impossible. You have to burn with urgency so strong that no obstacle can hold you down. So ask yourself right now, are you going to stay on the floor complaining, waiting for life to get easier, or are you going to rise, stand tall, and give every ounce of energy to building the life you deserve? Because nobody respects the one who never tried. Nobody remembers the one who never cared, but the world cannot ignore the one who got up, gave a shit, and refused to stop until they won. That person changes everything. That person builds their destiny. That person becomes unstoppable. Be that person. When the dust settles, when the noise fades, and when the world stops distracting you, there's only one question that remains. Did you give it everything you had? That's the essence of life's conclusion. Not how many excuses you made, not how many times you thought about it, but whether you stood up and fought for the life you truly wanted. The truth is harsh. Most people will never taste greatness because they never gave enough. They lived halfway, worked halfway, dreamed halfway. They were too scared to risk, too lazy to endure, too comfortable to grow. And when they finally face the end, regret stares them in the eye. That is the worst conclusion you can ever write for yourself. But you're right here, right now. You have the chance to write a different ending. You can choose to suffer today so you don't suffer forever. You can choose to bleed now so you can stand tall tomorrow. You can choose to pay the price of discipline instead of paying the lifelong debt of regret. That is in your hands. The conclusion of your story should be one of pride, a story where you fought every battle, stood back up after every fall, and never surrendered, a story where your future self looks back and says, "I'm proud you didn't quit. I'm proud you gave a damn, so decide." Decide that from this moment your conclusion will not be weakness, it will not be regret, it will be victory, it will be proof that you lived, fought, and conquered. And when your final chapter is written, the world will know you didn't waste your time here. You got up, you gave a shit, and you won.